AI Expo Africa 2020. The event will begin in 3 minutes. Make yourself comfortable and get ready for a brand new experience. Welcome to AI Expo Africa's 2020 virtual event.
Welcome to Expo Africa 2020 online. We extend a warm welcome to honourable ministers, ambassadors, delegates, speakers and of course our valued local, regional and global sponsors and partners. This is our third successful year of running AI Expo Africa, the largest business-focused artificial intelligence, robotic process automation and data science trade event in Africa. With over 3,800 community members and a broad mix of decision-makers, buyers, suppliers, innovators and global brands, we are the #1 destination to begin your 4-hour journey in Africa. Don't forget to plan your agenda for the day from our 4-track program. Visit the Expo Hall and pavilions to meet our sponsors and partners, view the posters at the Innovation Wall and enjoy live networking in our lounges.
AI Expo Africa, Africa's largest AI and 4-hour B2B event, will host its 2020 conference and expo as a virtual event. Building on the success of our real-world shows and faced with the current restrictions around face-to-face events, we've decided to embark upon a new and innovative journey for our AI community and sponsors. The new virtual format has many benefits. Not only can we now reach a greater African continental audience, allowing many more delegates across the continent to attend AI Expo Africa, but an extended 30-day on-demand event will ensure greater engagement for our community, exhibitors and supporters. Added benefits like cost savings for sponsors and delegates, as well as detailed analytics for the show, ensure that AI Expo Africa has remained resilient in these times of crisis and created an innovative new way of doing business for our community.
As Africa embraces the fourth industrial revolution, trade and innovation will play an important role for both the economy and society across the continent. This year we have seen a greater international interest in our region, with our event playing a key role in the development of new trading partnerships, with suppliers seeking new buyers of services and products and expanding their market reach. It is now a privilege to extend a warm welcome to honourable ministers, ambassadors and VIPs as part of the plenary welcome address. Don't forget to plan your agenda for the day from our 4-track program. Visit the Expo Hall and pavilions to meet our sponsors and partners, view the posters at the Innovation Wall and enjoy live networking in our networking and speaker lounges.
Kwame Nkrumah once said, "It is clear that we must find an African solution to our problems." It stimulated and triggered an entire school of political thought around the ownership of solutions. As conversations around artificial intelligence in Africa emerge around our capabilities, our strategies, and addressing our deep-seated problems, it is vital that we create and shape our own narrative. From delivering blood supplies by drone to remote areas in Rwanda, to virtual sales advisors in Stellenbosch, to medical diagnosis over a mobile phone in Nigeria, Africa is already in large part shaping its AI narrative. The industrial revolutions historically have passed us by. We have often arrived late, had solutions from other nations transplanted here, and seen a distinct gap in development opportunities. We are poised at a moment in time where companies and sectors working in AI need to interrogate how they can increase their social impact as the world stands in a perilous moment. For surely, this pandemic presents a window of opportunity to work across multiple spheres, whether it be health, commerce, social development, or business, to name a few. If AI is the future, what we do today will determine how we carve and shape that future. We have seen what a knock the continent has taken in being late to the previous 3 industrial revolutions, where gaps in infrastructure still exist today, where we have not yet been able to unleash our potential. Innovation, it is believed, largely emerges elsewhere, with Africa as a receiving agent. In other words, we are, realistically speaking, not innovating in the same way as the US, China, and other countries. This, of course, does not mean that we have to rewrite the book or start from the beginning. Instead, we need to understand how to interrogate the entire wave of technology that makes up the 4th Industrial Revolution, including AI, in a localized context. Africa is diverse, and yet across the continent, we face similar challenges. Unemployment remains a scourge, economic growth remains lackluster, and poverty seeps through every nation. Our AI story needs to speak to this context. I am often faced with the question about the viability of AI in Africa, given the challenges the continent faces and the admitted potential to exacerbate inequalities. There are a wealth of reports on the potentials of AI, both economically and socially. The message is clear. The future is intelligent. Already South Africa is forging its own path. Last year, President Cyril Ramaphosa established the Presidential 4th Industrial Revolution Commission, of which I am the deputy chair. We were tasked with assisting government in taking advantage of the opportunities presented by the digital industrial revolution, a matter of great urgency when we consider the strides already made by other countries. Among the recommendations are to invest in human capital, establish an AI institute, establish a platform for advanced manufacturing and new materials, secure and avail data to enable innovation, incentivize future industries, platforms, and applications of 4IR technologies, build 4IR infrastructure, review and amend or create policy and legislation, and establish a 4IR strategy implementation coordination council. We are positioning ourselves to lead the charge so that we are no longer passive recipients but active participants. The African continent already has a lot to boast about, yet there is a room for more. More than half a century ago, Nkrumah envisioned a united and industrialized Africa set to astound the world. As we gather here once again, aptly in a digital format this year, our focus must be considered and deliberate to achieve this. We can lead the charge, but the time is now. Kinako. Thank you.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.
Hi, my name is David Mania. I am the Minister of Finance and Economic Opportunities in the Western Cape Government. And I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all the delegates attending the AI Expo at this year's conference, which has innovated to a new normal by offering delegates an opportunity to learn and share ideas via a fully online event. The tech sector is well established in the Western Cape. Cape Town is Africa's tech capital, and the Western Cape has a world-class ecosystem where resources and talent meet commercial and social opportunity. As the Western Cape government, we have worked hard to create an enabling environment for the private sector and the markets to drive economic growth and create jobs. And our tech sector underpins these ambitions. The digital economy was a vital component of our economy in the province prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, and it played an important role in helping businesses pivot and adapt during the lockdown. And it will play a central role in our recovery plan as we rebuild the economy and save jobs in the Western Cape. AI is going to change the way we work, change the way we live, and change the way we play. And I would like to congratulate Nick and Roy and the whole AI Expo team on pivoting from the physical conferencing space to the virtual conferencing space. And I wish all delegates fruitful discussions. You are all most welcome. I thank you.
Dear participants, dear friends of artificial intelligence, welcome to the 2020 Artificial Intelligence Expo Africa. After weeks of confinement, we are happy to see that progress in science and technology cannot be stopped by COVID-19. In the opposite, it is literally the very same COVID-19 that is pushing the world into the long-anticipated world of digitalization. The 2020 Artificial Intelligence Expo Africa, in its virtual format, is bringing the world closer to the well-bespoken Fourth Industrial Revolution. In keeping with an outlook of artificial intelligence, please allow me to introduce you to Libby, the librarian assistant from the University of Pretoria, who is visiting the Swiss Embassy. How are you, Libby?
Good afternoon, Ambassador Brill. I am Libby and I am the library assistant at the University of Pretoria. Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful event.
Thank you, Libby. We are indeed delighted to have you with us. The Embassy of Switzerland is pleased to be a partner and participate in the AI Expo Africa. The virtual Swiss pavilion of the Expo will showcase examples of excellence in education, research, and artificial intelligence. Also, Switzerland is a small country in size and population. We have been awarded for being the most innovative country in the world. The Swiss-South Africa Joint Research Program, initiated 13 years ago, between our governments will benefit from the AI Expo Africa through the establishment of networks and contacts to deepen our collaboration towards making the fourth industrial revolution happen here in South Africa, on the African continent and in Switzerland. We join efforts in supporting startups with skills and know-how, in taking their innovation to market. Together with the Technology Innovation Agency, we have supported over 1,000 startups. Startups from Switzerland and South Africa with innovations in the artificial intelligence space are not the exception anymore. You will find 2 of these Swiss startups in the virtual Swiss pavilion. Let me finish by underlining that one of the most critical ingredients for the success in innovation of Switzerland is the linkages to the private sector. Most companies in Switzerland place a high value on innovation, allowing themselves to be market leaders also in artificial intelligence. It is in the framework of being market leaders that the Swiss Business Hub Southern Africa at the Swiss Embassy promotes investment and export promotion between our two countries. Switzerland offers a remarkable environment in the AI ecosystem with a liberal economic structure, political stability, close links with foreign markets, excellent education systems, an outstanding infrastructure, and a competitive tax system for businesses to strive in their core competencies. Libby, do you wish to help me closing my remarks?
Thank you, Ambassador Brill. I would like to welcome Team Switzerland and all the delegates to the 2020 Artificial Intelligence Expo Africa. I look forward to the joint collaboration between Switzerland and South Africa, where we will explore the various dimensions of the fourth industrial revolution. Jointly we can drive innovation and research on technologies like artificial intelligence and blockchain. I would like to thank you again and wish you all the best.
With these few words, I invite you to engage with Team Switzerland. I wish you lots of opportunities to enhance your outlook on AI research, innovation, and enterprises in pursuit of the fourth industrial revolution.
AI Expo Africa is very grateful for the support from our sponsors and partners. Without your dedication, this event would not be possible. This year we are again joined by some of the largest global technology vendors in the world, as well as the smallest and newest startups who are joining us for the first time. We appreciate your commitment in these challenging times and thank you for taking the time to prepare your talks and join the community. There will now be a short 10-minute break while we wait for our plenary keynote speakers to commence at 9:30. You now have time to make a coffee and take a leg stretch. Don't forget to plan your day and create your custom agenda from our packed 4-track speaking program. You will be notified when each talk is starting so you do not miss listening to our global speaker lineup. Take time in the breaks to view the posters at the Innovation Wall and enjoy live networking in our networking and speaker lounges. Finally, make sure you visit the sponsors and exhibitors, download content to your digital delegate bag and chat to the vendors and staff about their products and services. We hope you enjoy the show.